Welcome to The Wall. In today's video, we'll see how women are angry now that men are denying them commitment, how they're bothered by being rejected by Chad. Before we begin, we want to thank you for being here. Your support means a lot to us. If you like what you see, we invite you to subscribe to the channel and give it a thumbs up. We'd also love to hear about your experiences in the comments. Your participation helps us grow and reach more people. Thank you for being part of our project. Let's get started.
Have you ever been in a situation where you're seeing a guy for months, but he's still not committing? You're acting as boyfriend and girlfriend, but he still hasn't asked you officially. Normally, the man will give you some excuse, like it's not the right time or I'm not looking for a relationship. Here's the truth. He's not looking for a relationship with you because he doesn't see you as his game changer. He sees you as a placeholder. You're playing the role of a substitute girlfriend who's good enough for now until he meets someone who completely changes his life. This is why there are so many women who are stuck in like 6-year relationship and they never get proposed to because the guy always says that he's not ready for marriage. And then they break up and he's married to a new girl like 2 months later. If a guy truly sees you as the most amazing girl in the world, he will not let timing get in the way and risk losing you to another guy. If you're in that situation, start working on yourself and what's inside and dating other men so you can come across the one who does see you as his game changer.
It's just that there's no game. They simply don't like being rejected. Women have a bias against rejection because if a man tells you he doesn't want anything serious, what the hell is she listening to? Because I clearly understand he doesn't want anything serious. But since she has such a high ego, you can't reject me because I'm a 10, they stay there for years, hoping this man will change his mind, and this man doesn't change, because this man has already seen your attitudes, already knows from the get-go that you're not wife material. But let's be honest, this man is no idiot. If you're being given access to this woman's bed for free, there's no reason to reject her if you've already made things clear. But most women today are spoiled little girls who've been given everything by their fathers, never denied anything, feeling entitled to a man. When a man tells her no, she's more attracted to him because it's a challenge. Women, as I said, have bigger egos than men. She always has this idea that they'll make a man out of you because you have to love her because she chose you. So they spend years with a man, usually a Chad, until they see he won't change his mind or they become single mothers, then they want a different man.
I'm so fucking tired of being disappointed by men. I'm so fucking tired of getting hurt. I'm so fucking tired of men lying and then calling it honesty. I'm so tired of men pretending like they want to be in a relationship with you and literally pretend and act like they are in a relationship with you just for them to turn around weeks later and say they don't want a relationship with you. So what the fuck were you doing the entire time? Were we playing pretend? How old are we? I thought we stopped playing pretend when we turned like 9. Why are we still doing it? Why are you a little boy in a man's body? Why have you not matured yet? Why do I have to be disappointed and feel like a fool every fucking time? I'm so tired. Because from what I've also learned about guys is that they know right away. They know pretty early on if they see it with you or they don't, and they're not going to waste their fucking time if they don't see it. Right? And I'm not talking about like just keeping you around, kind of breadcrumbing you just to like be able to get into your pants so that, you know, you go out on a night out so that they can text you at 2 a.m. and you come over. I'm just saying, like, I've gone through enough, I've been through enough that like I know the difference. I can usually spot the difference. I'm talking about guys that are coming over, cooking me dinner, hanging out multiple times a week, going on dates, paying for things. I'm meeting their friends, they're meeting my friends. Like, very much dating, right? So you can do all of the long-term relationshipy things with me, but then turn around and say you don't see the long-term relationship with me.
Simply because you're the one for the moment, not the one for a future together. Let me explain. You're the easy girl that one calls when they want to do couple things without being a couple. You're the one who's available. You bend over backward for this man. You're the one who loves Chad, the life he brings. But at no point did you see that this man told you what we are. Nor did he talk about starting a family with you because you're not the one this man wants for that. But since you keep giving him access to your bed, he'll never say no. It's as simple as that. This woman talks about having been through a lot, which means she has a pattern of Chads in her life. Men who bring nothing to the table except their seed. Unlike men, women are emotional. What does this mean? It means they'll act according to how they feel. That's why she's angry. because she's stumbled over the same stone time and time again and hasn't learned until she hits her 30s. Then the urgency to change men sets in, to seek a beta provider who'll provide financial security. They complain about having wasted their youth with Chad, saying they hate men afterward.
Everyone's like, oh my God, Lindsay, how do you deal with heartache? How do you deal with like getting rejected and getting your feelings hurt? I like don't handle it well, but the more it happens, the better I become at just like fucking letting it go. I used to always turn it around and be like, okay, well, what happened and why me and what did I do wrong and why didn't he like me? Now, there's no rhyme or reason. I've literally learned that it is nothing to do with me. And that's not to say I'm perfect. That's not to say that like, you know, everyone has to like me, but it doesn't matter honestly what they tell me. It doesn't make it any better. So asking them like what went wrong, save yourself the fucking time. Save yourself the text message. Save yourself. They're gonna lie. You're never gonna get the real truth. Sucks to get excited about someone and to really put your time and energy and for it to be reciprocated and for it to be going well and then for it to be taken away from you without you understanding and without getting any type of like good reason. Because most likely it has nothing to do with you. Because honestly, I think he could see a long-term relationship with me because he wouldn't have done all that shit if he couldn't have. And it's something that he needs to deal with within himself. Either one, he's not ready for a long-term relationship, period. Not because it's with you, with anyone. And maybe you're the first girl that he actually started to see and feel a long-term relationship with. And he panicked. He freaked out. He had put his foot in the water and he panicked and got cold feet and basically blamed it on you. When in reality, he might have some unhealed trauma, isn't over his ex-girlfriend, is stressed out. Like, you never fucking know, but most of the time, the guy is not going to take the responsibility or take the time to probably self-reflect and deep dive into why he can't see a relationship with you when you guys get along like a house on fire, and he probably won't find someone that he gets along better with in a while. And maybe he'll figure it out later and, you know, and be like, oh shit, I probably shouldn't have done that. But by that point, it's going to be too fucking late. So I can sit here and boo-hoo and be upset and, you know, and try to hope that he figures out what he lost, or just understand that the person that you're meant to be with won't fucking, like, let you go and will realize how special the person in front of them is and won't do shit like this.
What's that need in women to want to be special in every man's life? Understand this. That man only approached you for a moment. He was going to leave you afterward, but you kept insisting. The relationship lasted longer. He kept eating. He cut you off when you were looking for something serious because he just wanted to have fun, but you wanted more. Women get angry about this because they made an emotional investment. They feel the man should take responsibility for that. But let me tell you something. How many men nowadays aren't left in the friend zone? They're the typical simps with nice feelings toward you, who text you in the morning and at night, who take you to all the restaurants, who give you gifts, and yet you see how you go with the guy who just had to buy you a drink at the bar, the one with a car, or simply the one who texted you to come to his house to watch Netflix. Why don't you make things clear to those men? You leave them as simps for years, chasing after you. You make fun of him, laugh at what he writes. You're so bad that sometimes you go on a date with him, and that same night you meet a Chad and go with him, leaving the simp standing there like a fool. So this is your karma, being the simp girl of a Chad who used you, had fun with you, then rejected you when hitting the wall because the wall doesn't forgive.
3 reasons that man is not asking you to be his girlfriend yet. Let's get into it. Number 1, you are already acting like his girlfriend. You are texting him when he texts you. You are seeing him when he wants to see you. You're giving him everything he wants physically. Why is he going to fix something that is not broken? And my advice to you is stop giving people relationship benefits when you are not in a relationship with. He is never going to want to swim out of that pond and go into the ocean to ask you to be his girlfriend. Number 2, this one's going to hurt and I might ruin your weekend, but it's going to save you a lot of time in therapy, and it's all going to save you a lot of time doubting yourself because you are never the problem. You're always enough, and you're never asking too much. You're just asking the wrong person. So this one is that he likes you. He just doesn't like you enough to make you his girlfriend. And at this point, you need to run, don't walk. 3 is, honestly, sometimes they're just oblivious and they're a little dumb, so you have to spell it out for them. You have to ask them. And one of 2 things is going to happen. Either A, he's going to think, oh my God, I didn't know I had to ask you. You're already my girlfriend. Or 2, is he's going to give you some lame excuse, and at this point you're sprinting, okay? Because you're wasting your time and he's never going to change, and that's it.
What men need to understand is that if a man tells you he doesn't want anything serious, he's being completely honest because we don't give false signals like you do. We say things as they are, but in the end, you seem to only hear what suits you. Let me tell men this. If you're dating a woman who's conditioning sex or affection, let me tell you that she's not into you. If you haven't gotten anything from her in less than 3 dates, save yourself the time and get out of there, as you're not generating enough emotions in this woman for her to want anything with you. And you know what's ironic? It used to be men going through this, but now that more men are focused on their life paths and fleeing from marriage, only wanting casual relationships, women feel anxiety, uncertainty, and instability. These are your best allies with modern women because it makes them invest more in the relationship. Women don't like to lose their investment, so always leave some mystery in the relationship, make them invest in you. Remember, drizzle, drizzle.
Why you might attract more men when you are putting minimal or no effort into your appearance. Hello, my name is Carla, and restoring healthy mindsets is my thing. It's not because you look more attractive. On the contrary, it's because you look easy. Before you get mad at me, let me explain. Men are lazy. Not all men. Toxic men are lazy. Insecure men are lazy. So when a man sees that you don't take care of yourself, you're looking scrubby in sweats or whatnot in a bun and you're not trying at all, it's because you might be more approachable, but in their mind, they think that you are easier to get to. Because notice when you get dressed up, when you feel confident, when you are in your own bubble, it literally feels like no one comes up to you. This is coming from experience, and it might be a little bit different for everybody, but this is from my personal experience. Very anecdotal. Do you think a guy that has no confidence, a guy that has nothing established, is gonna come up to me and try to get with me? Absolutely not. He's gonna respect me. He might open the door for me, but he's not gonna ask for my number because I might be too intimidating. But the man that does come up to me, that tries to get my number, I can tell you this, he's probably confident, he knows his value, he's not scared of a rejection, and he probably believes that he can afford me. Because a man that wants something serious is gonna be looking for someone that he can afford and maintain. And this is why I have never been scared to admit that I'm expensive. Because a man that wants to get with me needs to be able to afford me first. This is just to remind you ladies to continuously try on your appearance. Look clean, look classy, because you will attract a specific type of man. We don't want to attract a lot of men, no. We want to attract specific high value men. Remember that.
Here we have another dating coach. It's not that men are afraid to approach if a woman looks very put together. It's that not every woman is worth my time. It's that women like this, you can see it on their faces, are gold diggers. They go to upscale places, expensive restaurants, exclusive bars. They do everything to be in places where they can meet men with high purchasing power, old millionaires, or businessmen. If you want to confirm what I'm saying, just go to bars near business establishments, whether law firms, banks, financial places. You'll see that all the women who go to nearby restaurants are always very young women dressed very elegantly, or women in their 30s, who only drink coffee among themselves, trying to catch the attention of some high-value man. They're gold diggers. Women can't leave their hypergamy behind. That's why they go to those places, dressed like that, to see if they can get an old rich man, or become the mistress of some rich man who'll support them. That's why later you see them traveling and enjoying a great life, thanks to the one from below. They belong to the streets. That's why I say the modern woman isn't wife material. Keep focusing on your life path. Never stop investing in yourself. We've reached the end of the video, but before we go, the questions are for you. What do you think is the reason why men don't commit? Have you ever been to a place where women dressed elegantly to try to get men? If you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. Your support means the world to us and motivates us to create more content. Stay tuned for the next exciting video from The Wall.